request from my Instagram followers wanting to know what I eat in a day. So this video in the next few minutes is going to show you just that. I want to also share with you that I'm a flexible eater. I don't prescribe to any particular diet. What I make sure to do is that I hit my macros, especially my protein. And why I think that's important, and for me particularly, is that it helps maintain muscle, grow muscle, as well as it keeps me full and satisfied longer. So I start my day on an empty stomach with a full glass of water and a half a lemon squeezed in it. The water is room temperature, and why that is because gently wakes up your stomach, kickstarts your digestive system, and it's a great way to start your hydration for the day. After I drink the water, I wait 20 to 30 minutes, and then I eat my breakfast. For breakfast today, we're making a vegetable frittata. So we're adding mushrooms, red peppers, sweet potatoes, onions, and loads of spinach. I love spinach, you know, get those muscles like Popeye. We're gonna put 3 eggs in there and a little bit of olive oil. So actually this is a meal from the meal plan in my Crush It program, which you can find on my website at sonatagreca.com. So let's get to it. We'll take a little bit of olive oil, spread it all over the pan. So we're first going to throw in there the red onions. So once the onions are tender, we're going to take the sweet potatoes and cook them for about 8 to 10 minutes or till they're tender as well. After that, we'll take the mushrooms and the red pepper slices, stir them up again till they're tender for another 5 to 10 minutes. So after the onions, sweet potatoes, red peppers, and mushrooms have been cooked, we'll throw the spinach in there till it's wilted. And that should be fairly quick. So after the spinach is wilted, we're going to take 3 eggs, crack them in there. So once the eggs have started to set in the bottom, we're going to take the pan and put it in the oven at 375 degrees. And we're going to let that bake there till the eggs are cooked through. And I think that's about 10 minutes. So our frittata is ready. It might not look as beautiful as in the pictures on my website, but it's delicious nonetheless. My mouth is watering right now. I added some pepper and Himalayan salt to taste. So I use Himalayan salt because inland salt seems to have less toxins than coastal salt, is what I've read and the articles show. So let's get into it. Let's enjoy our frittata. Man, this looks delicious. So for a mid-morning snack or anytime snack, a post-workout snack, my go-to is a protein shake. I'm using Women's Best vegan protein. I lean towards more natural products. So even when I go to the grocery store, I look for organic. For eggs, free-range organic is important to me. So let's get to it. So use 1 scoop again of the Women's Best vegan protein and vanilla. You can simply use your shaker, throw water in there, and you're good to go. But I like to also utilize, a lot of the time, just to get extra protein, soy milk. So I do about 16 ounces of that, which is about 24 grams of protein, and then 20 from Women's Best, so that's 40 grams of protein right there. So I already put it together in my mixer here. Throw in about a medium-sized banana. Mix it all up. depends how you prefer your shakes. And that's it. Quick, easy, simple. I keep my lunches very simple. It's typically a salad, loads of greens, some protein that I cooked the Sunday before, so it lasts me for the entire week. And then I experiment with little herbs and spices. You see me here, I have mixed greens. I prefer that over iceberg lettuce. I know a lot of people like iceberg lettuce, but to be honest with you, that has zero nutritional value to it. So switch that up for kale, spinach, mixed greens. That's a much better choice. So here I've made some balsamic vinegar with red pepper flakes. Cut that out. Throw it over your salad. Now for me, can never have enough protein, so I'm gonna go with 1.5 chicken breasts here. For herbs, I chose some dill on this one. Sprinkle that all over your salad. Some salt. Half a lemon and olive oil. And there you have it, folks. So a go-to snack for me that is packed in protein, keeps me satisfied longer, and makes me feel full faster are eggs. So you'll always find a bunch of hard-boiled eggs in my fridge at all times. They're an easy snack also because you make them ahead of time and they're always there when you need to snack on something. If I have time, I love cooking dinner, and this is one of my favorite dishes, salmon with tomatoes and red onions. I also add some olive oil, salt and pepper, and a whole lemon. So I like to make these little cocoons for the salmon. Everything is gonna bake in there. I have cut 3 tomatoes, 1 medium onion, I squeeze in there a whole lemon. You can use lemon juice, that's completely fine as well. Remove those little seeds. Perfect. Again, salt and pepper to taste. It's your preference. I like a lot of pepper with this particular meal. And while we're at it, so I prefer to utilize wild-caught salmon versus farm-raised. You find that a lot of farm-raised fish have a lot of toxins in there, so I prefer to go again the natural route and go for wild-caught salmon. I don't typically measure, I'm bad about that. I kind of like eyeball it, you guys. So. Let's mix that up. It smells so good. Once you've given that a good mix, I layer it on top of the salmon. I don't know if you can see that on here. Okay. like I said, let's try to make this little baskets, this little cocoons where our meal is going to cook. So we're gonna put this in the oven, preheated at 375, depending on your oven. This one kind of not the best, it's electric oven, not my favorite, but I increased the temperature on this one to about 380, 400, and cook it in there for about half hour. See if you can just open it a little bit and see if the tomatoes and the onions have tenderized, then that means that the meal is ready. So I'm gonna put this in the oven. We're gonna come back and show you the finished product. So our dinner is ready. The salmon with onions and tomatoes. Oh guys, this is my favorite meal. One of my favorite meals. You can also grab some of these juices, throw it on top of the salmon. Also, while you weren't looking, I made some wilted spinach with just some salt, pepper, a touch of olive oil, and garlic, or you can use garlic powder. And a little bit of water. So there you have it. For dessert, and to help satisfy my sweet tooth, because yes, I do have one, aside from the occasional ice cream or chocolate with hazelnuts, which is my favorite type of chocolate, a go-to is fruits with nut butters or another source of protein. And why I mix those two is because from the fruit, I get that satisfaction of having a little bit of sugar, but then the nut butter keeps the blood sugar from spiking up and then getting that crash afterwards. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of what I eat in a day. I'll be sharing a lot more of these sorts of videos with you. But please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Comment below to let me know if there's anything else you'd like from me here. And if you haven't checked out my Instagram, it's sanata.greca, or check out my website for my programs at sanatagreca.com.